So the boat is finally leaving. So we are at Brandlehow Jetty on Derwent Water for the first of the 2 epic shots of the Lake District. So obviously that's just my opinion. We have Brandlehow Jetty. So the weather forecast was for clear blue skies, nice clouds, no rain. Up to now it's rained on me about 3 times, and well, it's just black clouds, whatever. So how I'm doing it is, I'll just take you over here to the camera. So I've got the camera set up, I'm on the tripod, and I've got it pointed out at the jetty. And just to give you a basic view, that's the basic viewpoint. I've got the foliage in the tree, and I've got the foliage, if you can see, there's a mountain in the background about a couple of centimetres in from the shot. I've got the foliage just above the mountain, and then I've got it sweeping up and away to the right. And then the foliage, actually, because I'm so genius, I've managed to get the foliage so that it sweeps across the mountaintop and just follows the line of the mountain. So exposure time, the lake obviously is how it is. I'm smoothing that out with a 5 or 6 second exposure. That's going up and down when the light comes and goes. And then I've got the line of the shore coming from the jetty and then following it down and into the bottom right. So the light is coming from my right up there, and every now and again it just bursts through the trees and catches the side of the jetty, just periodically. So I'm just having to bide my time, really. So I'm doing that. I've got a few other compositions that I like, but I'll get this first one taken and I'll put it on the screen and show you the result. Very quick one. I'm just on my way back to the car. I'm just showing you that little reel of stuff that I got from down there at Brandlehow Jetty, and that's the one under the foliage with the jetty was my number one of the 2 epic shots. Was one of the 2 epic shots, and the others were just a smattering of compositions. So as you can see, I've got the 80 to 200 on 2.8, and we're looking just at these silver birch here and this tree next to it here. I positioned the silver birch on the right of frame, not central, because they're actually leaning into the frame. So I put them on the outside third And then I've got this fir or whatever it is in the middle, and then there's a little bit of colour on the left as it fades just to pine trees and fir trees. So I'm very, very happy with this silver birch. The sun came out of the clouds, as you can see up there. It's just hiding behind that cloud, and it peeked out for a couple of seconds, and I managed to get a really nice glow on the side of the tree. The silver birch just lit up. So I underexposed it as well by 4 stops, and as the silver birch was being lit up, the darker foliage behind stayed nice and dark, which you'll see in the overall image. So I'm just going to play around and capture a few more little tree compositions while the light's really good. I've got some over here as well. I'm going to have a crack at capturing some of these in different formats for landscape, portrait, and then we're going to head to the second of my epic shots for hopefully a sunset. Right, so on the way to the second epic shot of the video, we've come to Wytheburn Church of England Church. So this is just off the Thirlmere Lake. Absolutely gorgeous. Managed to get quite a few compositions from here already. I basically hammered it. Yeah, got quite a nice couple of shots, the main one being this one, and then there's a few from the other side with the gravestones and things. But it's got a lovely it's got a lovely little bell there. I'll just zoom you in. It's got a nice bell there. I've captured that, and then we've got all this lichen on the tree, all this lovely lichen all over this tree. So yeah, captured that. This is definitely something I'm going to come back to here. I just noticed the church when I was driving. Really nice. There's only me here. It's a pay and display car park, but it's out of order. That car must be abandoned because there's no one else here. Just seeing 2 fighter jets as well shoot over that Thirlmere Lake. Pretty cool. So I'm just going to take you to something, if you can hear it already. There's the noise of falling water. So if you just come over to this gate in the car park, give it a boot, check this out. So this is just a stream. I've been online, this is just a stream normally. It's got some really nice flow on it at the minute. And then if you go further up through those gates there, and just go further up, there's some more like rapids type water at the minute. So I'm in two minds at the minute whether to get the camera out and capture this, because yeah, might not be here after a few days of no rain. So yeah, I'll have a little think. I do need to get to the next shot before sunset, which is in an hour and 15 minutes, and I want to get there, fly some drone while the rain stopped, and get set up for this to hopefully a really good shot. Now, I'm not saying that my photography is going to be epic. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the location and the actual subject is epic. Like down at Brandlehow Jetty, that's an epic Lake District shot, and the next one will be as well. Whether I can pull it off and make something good of it is yet to be seen. Right, we are at the final location. The Rydal Lone Tree. Argue all you want, this is an epic location. And as I said, I mean, the clouds are looking pretty moody. The sun's supposed to be setting over that way, so we may get a break in the clouds. Sorry, setting over that way. What do I know? Setting over there in about half an hour. So I've got the welly gogs on, and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to position myself in a way that I can capture this tree. So I've looked at a few compositions. Show you this. So we've got basically something like that, a little bit lower down, just with the island. Then we've got something with the reeds in the foreground, looking up at it. That's probably going, well, I can't show you on this, but that'll be in a portrait. And then it's raining again, God's sake. Right, another one is getting the light in the sky, just kind of there, and getting that type of shot. It's going to be fun. I think I'm going to have to run back to the car, which is just in that little single parking space. Run back to the car, get the brolly, and I'll have to do some shots on the brolly, long exposure, to get the well, there's all little ripples and stuff in the water and rain falling basically. Run back to the car, get the brolly, and we'll try and fire off some shots. Alright, so I've got my little rain sutter set up on the go. Got my fishing umbrella covering my gear. I've got the old shower cap on the camera, and the rain is subsiding, thankfully. We've got a 3-stop Lee Pro Glass ND on there, and the landscape polarizer. 16-35 lens and a D810 Nikon. So the rain stopped, so I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. I'll line up a shot and I'll show you what I'm looking at on the screen. Alright, so I've got it composed on the screen like that. I'm putting the grasses in the foreground, and I'm using the polarizer to darken the water in the grass, and then I'm using it also to separate the water from the grass, and I'm seeing which shot looks best. So I think I'm happy separating the grass with the water, and then I'll take that shot like that, and then we're going to move around into the actual water and just put the tree with the island in frame, with the tree actually trying to get the tree in the sky, or just to the side of the sky like that. So we'll try that in a second. Okay, so we're standing in a really nice spot here. The colour in the sky is starting to happen, and we've got a really nice reflection in the foreground there. So I've got the grasses, I've got the reflection, I've got the island, the tree, and then everything else on the right of frame. So as you can see on the screen, that's what we're looking at in RAW. Right, now I've got the 50mm on, and I'm looking at the tree in that type of portrait now, well, sorry, landscape, but I'm zoomed in on the so the 16-35 didn't have the reach, and when I was getting in the water to get closer, it was creating ripples and the reflection was being you know, rubbish. So I put the 50 on just to give a little bit more reach. The 80 to 200 was too much, so that's what I'm looking at now. That's the scene. So I've just brought the tripod back, because if you buy the water with a 50 on, you just start taking the top of the tree off. So if you just move the tripod back, it's a prime lens, the 50, so obviously you've got to start bringing the tripod back, and then I can get the composition right, just by moving the tripod around. So this shot's probably going to turn out to be one of the best ones, because it's picking out because it's going closer in, it's picking out the moss and the autumn leaves. It's so still at the minute as well. There's not an ounce of wind. What is wrong with me today? So that is it from Rydal Water and the Lone Tree. It doesn't seem it on the camera, but the light has faded, so I'm calling it a day. So I hope you like the two epic Lake District locations. Whether they were epic shots or not, it's still to be seen. I don't know, I've not seen them yet, but you have. So leave me a comment, tear me a new one, or congratulate me, whatever you wish. Thanks for watching again. Subscribe if you haven't already, and please just click that little thumbs up for me, and that'll help the channel more than you think. So thank you very much again, and I'll see you next Sunday, 10 AM. Bye for now.